Hola peeps, welcome and welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are having an amazing day, an amazing week so far. I know it's been a minute since my last video upload, and I'll get into that in a little bit. Today we're going to be doing our coffee chop and chat. We have some questions. I needed to chop up some wax that either I'm going to melt the rest of this month or that's going to possibly be in my next month's melting basket. So we're going to start off. I do nuke my waxes, as you know. I already nuked this one, so we're going to start with this one first. So you will be hearing the microwave going on and off as I nuke the waxes. So please just bear with me, and I apologize if that annoys you, but I'm very OCD and I like my chops to be nice and my wax to be nice because I do take pictures and post them on Instagram. So the best way for me to do that is to nuke them. If there's anything in here that I can possibly just chop without nuking, then I will just do it that way. But from the looks of it, everything that's in here so far, there's a lot more in back of me on my table, but this is what I pulled out for now. And everything that's in here seems to need to be nuked. So again, I apologize. You may hear my dog in the background as well, but this is real life. So I'm gonna start off with a sip of my coffee but first coffee. Cheers. And we're gonna go ahead and start chopping this one up. So before, I hope you guys can see, it looks like you can. Let me let you know what this is. This is by VCS. I know the lighting, I have lights underneath my cabinets here, so that's on. My overhead light is on. It's a bit overcast here today. And I also have my ring light on, but this one is by VCS, and this is in Beehive, and this is rich zucchini bread cake filled with a decadent layer of lemon coconut cream. I have loved this scent for a very long time, and this is one of the very few VCS blends that does perform in my house. So we're gonna go ahead and chop this up. Like I said, I hope you guys can see. So this is just half of a blossom. I think I might need to put this one back in. I only put it in, because I don't want it to get messed up. I had only put it in the microwave for 15 seconds on one side. So I think I'm gonna flip it and put it in for another 15. So this way it cuts through better. And I have to glove up. I don't even know why I started chopping without gloving up. But let's do that now. Stop yelling at me. So I'm just gonna throw these gloves on and hope for the best. How is everyone's summer going so far? I hope everyone's enjoying their summer. As you know, I am a summer girly. I love the heat. It's been extremely hot here. We've been having a heat wave, and it's been so hot. I'm not complaining again because I love the heat, and I know everywhere else has been experiencing a heat wave, so I hope everyone is staying nice and cool and you're getting your water in. All right, so this one should be ready now to go, hopefully. Excuse me. So let's see if this one cuts better. Yeah, that cut better than that first one. So I'm gonna chop these up into pieces. Again, I do different kind of sizes because I have different size plate warmers. So some may be bigger than others. Sorry if that is loud. So like this piece, I know maybe to some is huge, but that works in my warmers. I don't cut these down again. Because this one I probably could cut down. Let's cut this one down. I don't know if I want to cut it down that way or just cut it like, let's do that. Okay. Because I do have a couple of warmers that are small plates. If you see my Instagram page, my strawberry warmers that I have out now, their plates are smaller. And I still have my shell warmer out. Because I have my other summer warmers in storage and I haven't just taken them out or anything. So we possibly are just going to continue to use the warmers that I have out. I don't know. Who knows? But, all right. So I'm going to be fully transparent with you guys. This is something that I never thought that I would be speaking about. But I'm just going to go ahead and do it and let you know what's been going on with me, why it's been so long since my last video upload. One, I don't really purchase wax during the summer months because it's so hot. I don't want my wax to melt. I did receive a pre-order and it was left out on my front porch in the heat. So when I finally got it in, I didn't open it. I just really let it sit in a room with the AC on, because it was hot. So that's done. We're just gonna move this. I did let it just sit in a room, for a day with the AC going on. And I did try to do a video on it yesterday. I know I'm sound far, so just give me a second as I put this away. We'll move this out of my way. Okay. So I did try to do and upload a video yesterday on this pre-order, but I was off. My energy was really, really low in the video. I still didn't smell anything. Like, I opened it, I did see some smudges, but I didn't sniff anything. So I just decided on not doing the video. So hopefully I'll do that video either later today or tomorrow at some point. So I do still have out one pre-order that I'm waiting for from May. And that's the last thing that'll be coming in, again, because I don't purchase during the summer months. So until fall time is when I start back up purchasing. You won't see any hauls from me. You'll be seeing like my empties and my melting basket for the next month. And then I most likely won't do another coffee chop and chat until the fall time. So I want to try to chop up whatever it is that I need for, like I said, the remainder of July, whatever I'm going to possibly pull for my August melting basket. And I probably won't do another chop and chat until like maybe mid-September, beginning of October. So there is some things, they're not in this basket right now. They're on my table behind us. So there may be some stuff in there that I'm gonna put. There's one thing in here, I'm sorry, that I plan on melting, putting in my September melting basket that I will chop. So, okay, so as far as me now being completely transparent with you guys, the other reason why I've been kind of MIA, this next one we're gonna nuke is by the Melton Co. and the ice cream scoops, and this is in raspberry orange ice cream. I love these little scoops. I think they're so cute. So, and I decided to talk about this because I know I'm not the only one out there, and I know people who go through this don't tend to speak about it, and we suffer in silence. And I just decided, you know what, I'm just gonna talk about it. You know, I'm gonna put myself out there. Sorry, you're gonna hear the microwave go off again. I just like to nuke these really quickly because they do cut really nicely if I nuke them a bit. So I'm just gonna try with 5 seconds and see. Let's just try the one and see how it does with 5 seconds. If not, I'll put them back in. So, okay. Yeah, that cut pretty decent. So, since I'm a teenager, I have suffered from depression. And I was a teenager. I really didn't know what it was, and I kept to myself. I never really reached out for any type of help or anything. I just went along with it because I was embarrassed, and I was embarrassed to speak about it to anyone, even to my mom. And if you know from the last coffee chop and chat, I told you guys my mom is my best friend. She's my ride or die. So I went through it by myself pretty much. I suffered through it, and I kept it pushing. But I thought I had it under control when I was younger. Then I was okay. I'm going to take a sip of coffee, guys. Sorry. You know, I always just push through. You'll be okay. And I did that as a teenager. I just pushed through and kept to myself, like I said. And I suffered in silence. Then it got really bad when my mother passed. When my mother passed away is my depression really, really hit me. It was like on overload. This next one that we're gonna cut into is by Southbound in Coconut Cream Float, and this is coconut shavings, creamy custard, vanilla ice cream, and lemon lime soda. I didn't think I was gonna like this one, but I actually really like this one. So I'm just gonna nuke it a little bit. Let's see if 5 seconds will work. It should. So when I lost my mom, I pretty much spiraled, and my depression was very, very bad. No one knew what to do about it because, again, my husband didn't really know. I need to push that up. My husband really didn't know much about my depression. And again, my family never knew. My brother, before my mother's passing, my brother was always so judgmental. And my brother never felt like, no, you're not suffering from that. You know, shrug off your shoulders, put your big girl panties on, and get up and do what you got to do. So, I hope y'all still can see. So, you know, I never, again, spoke about it much, especially to my brother. Now, don't get me wrong, I love my brother with every fiber in my being. Like, he is my everything, along with my children and my family, you know. Um, my brother played a major role in my life growing up. He was more like a father figure to me than my brother. So I have the utmost respect for my brother. And I love my brother, like I said, with everything in me. But he just never understood depression. He never understood what depression was, you know. And then again, he witnessed it firsthand when we lost our mother. And they didn't know what to do. You know, it was really bad, like I said. And that was pretty much the first time him, my husband, or the rest of the family, my kids included, ever really seen how bad my depression was. To the point where they wanted to put me in a hospital. Oh God, this one crumbled. I probably should have put that in for longer. Excuse me. They wanted to have me committed because they didn't know what to do. I wasn't eating, you know, I was in a dark room. I was in a very dark, you know, space in that moment. I'm just going to move this, guys. So I was in a really bad space, you know. Again, I just lost my mom, my best friend, my ride or die, my everything. And I didn't know how to deal with it. And then on top of that, my husband, I, and my children were living in Florida. So we had made the decision to move to Florida. My mother was all on board. You know, that's what she kept saying was, you need to go ahead. It's going to be good. And I was flying back home at least twice a month to still visit my family over here. But I felt like when my mother passed, I took on this huge guilt that was almost 6 years of our lives that I would never be able to get back. Like, I felt like you let those 6 years go by, and yes, even though I still was coming down twice a month and, you know, to hang out with my mom and stuff, I still felt like I lost time with my mother, that I would never be able to get that time back. So that hit me hard too. And my brother, you know, would keep telling me like, no, don't think that way. You know, mom's wanted you to be out there. She didn't want you to come back. This next loaf is so pretty. It's from Savannah Blue. And it is in braided strawberry bread. And this is, I believe, a customer creation. That's why she has the CC on it. And this is strawberry pound cake, fresh picked strawberries. Oh God, extra marshmallow fluff and fresh baked bread. So I'm gonna put this one. I'm gonna put this one on a plate and put it in the microwave because it just has all those sparkly glitters, and I don't want them to get all over the place. So I'm just gonna put it on this plate in the microwave. I'm probably gonna do 15 and 15 is what I'm probably gonna do for this one, and see how that cuts. Okay, so that ate at me as well, and that pulled me deeper into my depression. So I went through that battle of depression for a while, and then that's, like I said, is when my family finally realized and noticed, like, oh God, yeah, she really is suffering, you know, really bad. So Like I said, they wanted to have me committed and put me in a hospital, but that we didn't go that route. So I want to say that I have it somewhat under control, but at least twice a year I get hit hard with it. I should have took out my bigger cutter. At least twice a year, it hits me, and sometimes I don't even know why I'm depressed. Oh yeah, this is cutting like butter. Okay, sometimes I don't even know why it comes on. Like it could just hit me. I know during the holidays is the one time that it hits me really hard. And I know the reason for that because I am missing my mom. And like I said, my mom was very huge on holidays. We always celebrated it at her house. That was her way of getting my whole entire family to be under one roof. We had a dysfunctional family. It was 4 siblings. One has passed away. My oldest brother has passed. And again, like with any other dysfunctional families, we never seem to all be talking at the same time. Someone was always beefing with someone. But during the holidays, my mother brought us all together and she made sure we left that shit at the door. So, you couldn't come into her house for the holidays beefing. You didn't have to speak to one another if you didn't want to, but you couldn't come into her house and people were going to be arguing and fighting. And we all knew that. Then by the end of the night, my mother pretty much got us all back to talking again because we all would just start, speaking again. So during the holidays, Christmas time, Thanksgiving time, I fall into a heavy depression again. And I've noticed for the past 2 years, maybe 3, that during the summertime now, I need a sip of coffee. Around this time, it hits me hard again. So that's what I've been dealing with. And again, I don't know why it comes on and it hits me as strong as it does when it does come on. But I try to push through it. I try to hide it so the family doesn't know, because obviously I don't want my kids to know and start worrying. All my kids are grown. But, I don't want them to worry, especially my daughter. My daughter takes on a lot. So I try not to let them know. My husband knows, so he knows from day one. And I'm that person, when I'm going through something, it might be terrible, and I might be a terrible person for this, but I don't want people to keep asking me, what's wrong? What's wrong? Yeah. So I'm that person that just likes to be left alone. Just let me push through it by myself. And when I'm ready and I snap out of it, then, because again, I couldn't tell you why, I'm feeling the way that I'm feeling. So I just stay to myself. And like I said, when I come out of it, then I just bounce back. But I know it takes a toll on my family, to see me go through this. Do I feel like I need to go to a hospital or be committed? No. Excuse me. I don't feel suicidal. I'm just sad. And I miss a lot of people that are no longer here. So when I go through my depression, you know, I'm thinking of all the people that are not here. Um, I miss my mother very, very much on a daily. And there's days where I wish that I can just pick up a phone and call her. Or I'll miss our shopping trips and our weekend sleepovers. Yes, I used to do, even though I was a married woman, with kids. Me and my daughter especially, because remember, I have 3 boys and a girl. So when I finally had my daughter, my mother was extremely happy. Not that she wasn't happy about my boys, but she was just happy that I finally had a girl. Because to her, she said she wanted me to have a girl, so my girl can put me through the hell that I put her through. So we would go over to my mom's and we would have weekend sleepovers. I'll take the kids and we would watch. My mother was my partner in crime when it came to scary movies. So we would just do a scary movie weekend marathon and we would just watch scary movies and cook and eat and just enjoy each other's company. And I miss that more than anything. I wish that I still could do that. But I'm gonna move this. Whew. I didn't think I was gonna get emotional. But yeah, so that's why I've been a little bit MIA. And something else that I'm going through as well. Let's take out the next one. The next one is by Soul Mountain Melts and Backyard Bash. And this is strawberry cream cheese frosting, twisted pretzel, and vanilla cream. I love this scent. And I think I had this in my... I know I've had it in previous melting baskets. And I just never chopped it. Because again, if it's not chopped, I just push it back and keep pushing it back. So... We need to chop this one up, and we need to just do it already. So, oh God, I made a big old mess. Okay, we'll work with that later. Okay, so another thing I've been dealing with is a few months. This one I like to do 30 and 30. So we're going to do 30 and 30 on that. So for a few months, all right, let me take it back to how it all started. So about 11 years ago, I had messed up my right wrist and it got inflamed. My bone was popped out. I went to the doctor. They told me, I went to see a specialist and they told me that I had carpal tunnel and tendonitis at that moment. And, you know, they said it's from working on the computer, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So I would get flare-ups every now and again. So what they wanted to do was give me like cortisone shots, but I am a sucker when it comes to pain. Like I'm a big baby. So when the specialist was telling me about the cortisone shot and he told me that he said, I'm not going to lie to you. And he said it just like this. And I appreciate his honesty. Because he said it just like this. He said, I'm not going to lie to you. It's going to hurt like a bitch. He said, we have to put the needle into your bone. And that was all he had to say. And I was like, yeah, no, thank you. I was like, no, I'll deal with it. And I did. I dealt with it. Because it wasn't something that was constant. It would come, it would go. It wasn't something that was just there and stayed. So I was able to deal with it. And I was fine with it. And it wasn't really bothering me. So fast forward to now, a couple of months ago, maybe almost a year ago, I want to say. So this wrist started hurting me again. And I chucked it up to what they said. So I was like, okay. So being that I knew that it always came and went, I didn't think much of it because I was like, okay, it's, you know, it's going to flare up for a little bit, couple of days, and then it'll be gone for like another 6 to 12 months. This time it didn't happen that way. So this time the pain came and it never went. Like it was just there. It was constant pain. And I just didn't know. I was just like, oh, this is crazy because this is totally different. So I chucked it up to what they said it was, and I kept it pushing. Then my left wrist started hurting. So then the pain went away from the right, and my left started hurting. And it was a pain that I never had experienced before. And again, it was constant and wasn't going away. So I was like, all right, I went to see my doctor. My doctor was like, all right, you need to go get x-rays, blah, 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 blah. So in March, I couldn't deal with the pain any longer. Like I was still working, still doing what I had to do. I was pushing through the pain, and the pain was very severe. And in March, I couldn't deal with the pain anymore. I was just like, I need to go. So I did. I got x-rays done. And after the x-rays was done, they told me, and I can't even pronounce this, so I'm probably going to mess it up, but I'm going to show you the paperwork. Let me actually get that paperwork. So they told me I have something called, let's see. I'm going to show you because De Quervain's tenosynovitis. I think that's how you say it. So according to them, is a condition that, it's an inflammation of your tendons on the thumb side of your wrist. Now, according to the doctor, I was in the emergency room when I got the x-rays. According to the emergency room doctor, she was just like, there's nothing that can be done. You just pretty much gotta live with it. You need to wear like a splint type of wrist brace, pretty much 24 hours a day. And I was like, I can't do that. I gotta work. Like I can't have a splint on, it doesn't, like when you need to move and stuff, it just doesn't work for me. So I'm like, yeah, no, I can't do that. So I'm like, even when I sleep, so she said, especially when you sleep. So I said, okay, I can do it when I sleep. I ice it. They told me to put ice on it. So I ice it. I've been wearing this splint thingy. That was back in March. And I still have not gotten any relief. So I'm still in pain. I can't move my wrist so much because whenever I do move it, just doing your everyday daily activities is painful for me. We use our hands for everything. So, when I asked what causes this, pretty much it's overuse of your thumb and your wrist. So being on your phone when we're like texting and stuff like that, or scrolling on your phone, that could happen. Just pretty much overuse of it. So I'm like, there's no way that I can just go the rest of my life just dealing with this. Like the pain is crazy. And that one's done. My my wrist swells up. So you guys probably never noticed it because when I do my videos, I wear a long sleeve shirt because I don't want to show the inflammation. But again, I'm being completely transparent with you guys today, so I will show you. So this wrist is pretty much swollen. Like, it is. I don't know if I can show you a comparison, if you can see. So it's hard for me to hold things in my hand. If you noticed in my videos, I'm always dropping something or the other. That was Backyard Bash by Soul Mountain Melts. I'm always dropping something or the other because sometimes I can't hold things like your normal person can. Oh God, try to find space now for all this. Okay. So, I need a sip of coffee. So, I'm dealing with that. And again, we use our hands for everything in life. So, cleaning my house, washing my dishes, anything, it's really hard for me to do. I do it because I clean, because I'm a clean freak. So I push through it. And then when I'm done cleaning, it does take me a little bit longer because I have to be very careful, because I do, when I get into my groove of cleaning, I forget that my wrist is messed up. So I will, be cleaning and then twist it the wrong way and then be in excruciating pain. And then I got to wait a little bit and, then keep on. So it does take me longer to clean than before. But I do it because I have to. You know what I mean? Like, no one else is going to clean my house the way I clean my house. So I have to do it. Just regular laundry. I am right-handed, but like throwing. So when I was going through it, I was going through with my right wrist at the beginning of all this. I babied this wrist so much and started using my left. So I don't know, because I babied this one so much and just overused my left, that's why this is happening now. But I did, because I didn't do anything. And again, I'm right-handed. I didn't do anything with my right when the right started acting up again. Then this all happened, and it's just, so trying to do laundry, like tossing the clothes into the washing machine or taking them out or anything. It's a process for me, and a painful one at that. So I've been living with that. Speaking with my doctor. So before we move on to, so now we're dealing with the left wrist, and right after I got the x-rays done and everything, I'm going to take my gloves off for this so y'all can see what I'm talking about. So after doing the x-rays and all that, my right thumb started like cramping up. So like when your finger like will go like this or something, and then like you can't get it back. You gotta like pretty much do it yourself. Well, that's what was happening with my thumb. If you can see, it hurts, but I can bend this thumb, right? I cannot bend this one. I have to physically do it myself. And it feels like all this, like my skin is tight, and it just feels like it's just stretching and pulling. But to do it, I can't I can't bend it. So again, I'm right-handed, so this not working. And now lately, because I think I have been overusing my hand, like when I clean out my warmers and stuff like that. So now lately this has been going like from my thumb to like my palm has been pretty much like going numb for a little bit of time, and I'm in pain. Like I get like a burning type of sensation. So I'm pretty much SOL with both hands. I still can do things with my right hand, you know. It's just like when I'm doing a video and I'm opening up these bags. If you see lately, I've been pre-opening up the bags because I don't want y'all to see me struggling when I'm trying to open up the bags, because I can't open them up. Like, it takes me a little bit. So I try to pre-open them up first. Again, I was hiding what I'm going through, but I mean, this is life. This is every day. And again, I'm being completely transparent with you guys, because I feel like as far as my depression, someone else out there can be going through it. And, you know, if anyone that's going through depression and needs someone to talk to, you can always comment down below and we could chat. We can chat privately. However you feel more comfortable about it is, you know, I just felt like I shouldn't be ashamed of what I'm going through. And maybe talking to someone can help, because again, I keep it to myself. I don't tell anyone. Now I told you all, but I don't talk to anyone like and let them know what I'm feeling or whatever. I just keep, I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay. So, you know, it is what it is. This next one is from Salt Mountain Melts as well. And this is Daisy Dukes and Flip Flops. I love this scent. I've had it before. This is strawberry. Oh God, strawberry, pink chiffon, and flip flops. I don't know what the flip flops is, but I do love this scent. Like I said, I've had it before, so. And she's so pretty. Very pink. This one I'm also going to do 30 and 30 in the microwave, just so it cuts nicely. She's probably going to stain my warmer because she's pink. So I just wanted to, you know, give you guys that information, let you know where I've been. And again, I only have one outstanding pre-order that I'm expecting, and then after that you won't be seeing any hauls from me. And I'm also not trying to get my stash back up to the way it was before I went on my 2 wax bands, because I just feel like, sorry guys, I just feel like I went and on, you know, those bands, I dwindled down my stash, and for me to just get it back to where it was before the wax band, it's just like, then it defeated the purpose. So I'm really trying to not overbuy, especially loaves, because I have a thing for loaves. I just love loaves. And I just don't need that much wax. And then again, with what's going on with my hands and stuff, I just don't want to overbuy and overdo it, because I don't know what tomorrow brings, you know. I'm going to put this straight on this. Ooh, oh, stuck to the paper. Yeah, I don't know what tomorrow brings, so I've been very cautious with my buying. So that's where we at with that. So now that I've been on here for 45 minutes and I haven't gotten to anyone's questions, I apologize. So if you are not interested. I don't do timestamps on my videos. But just know at the 45-minute mark, you can fast forward to then the questions that were asked. If you don't want to hear my whole spiel. Ugh, sugar honey iced tea. So I overdid it because my microwave is too hot. Okay, so we're gonna let that one sit for a little bit. This side too. She's a leaky one. So we're gonna let that sit for a little bit and try to harden up. Goodness. I should have known better. All right. So that's that. We'll wait on that and whatever. So, okay. Now we're gonna get into the questions. So the first question is from my girl Candace, which is Wax to Love. Her first question, she tried to keep it non-wax related, which I was so happy about. Her first question is, who is your favorite musician slash singer? So I'm pretty much old school. Like I told y'all before, I really can't do that hardcore rap or anything like that. So I'm gonna have to go with, I have a few of them. I'm gonna have to go with Keith Sweat. Love me some Keith Sweat. Remember, I grew up with a sister that's 10 years older than me. So I pretty much listened to her music growing up and loved her music. So like Keith Sweat, Stacy Lattisaw, like that's what my sister used to always listen to, her and her friends. We're gonna chop up from Traverse City these 2 donuts in strawberry cheesecake stuffed waffle cone, which is creamy cheesecake, fresh strawberry, sugared waffle cone. So I grew up, I'm afraid to nuke these now. I'm gonna do 5 seconds and see. So I grew up listening to like that old school music, and I like that old school music. I also love me some Chris Brown. I know that's probably a little controversial because, you know, people think he's crazy. I need to clean this. People think he's crazy. I love his music though. I also do like Rihanna. Oh God, this is like really stuck on here. Ugh. Maybe we should use the smaller. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. My smaller cutters. And I do like Cardi B. I do like Cardi B for a couple of reasons. One, I feel like she has come a long way. She's also from my area, my neck of the woods. She's from the Bronx. And I just feel like, you know, she has come a long way. So I do like me some Cardi B. All right. That 5 seconds, it still felt like it was a little tough. And I do leave these, the donuts, I do leave them like this until I'm about to actually melt them. And then see if I want to cut them down some more or whatever the case may be. So yeah, those are pretty much, I need a sip of coffee. My my favorite singers, musicians. I'm not really a music person per se. I don't really listen to much music anymore like I used to. And then her next question was, what is your favorite restaurant in your city or your state? So we don't have much good food in this area. But I do love Hook and Reel because I do love seafood. Love me some seafood. And I also like a Spanish restaurant that my family we go to a lot. It's called Rumba, and it's a Cuban restaurant. we really enjoy their food. So thank you so much for your questions, Candace. I appreciate it. The next question we have is from, so on Instagram, her name is Lady8688 Nails. Her name is Martina. She does comment on people's YouTube videos. Her question, so she had another question, and it was a question that I had answered already a few times in some of my coffee shopping chats over on Instagram Live. So I pretty much just tagged her in one of those videos, so she can get the answer from there. But then she also still had another question or more questions. Her first question is, how many warmers do you have? Now, I don't know what we should try. I'm scared to put anything in the microwave at this point. I don't want it to melt. And I don't have anything really that I can just cut into. All right, let's try these. I really don't know. I've never really counted how many warmers I have. I have a lot, but I never really counted how many I have, but it is a lot. This is from Rose Girls, and this is in Island Beach Nights. It's Florida Key Lime Pie, Gilligan's Brew, Serendipity, and Beach Nights type. This smells amazing. Oh, so good. So yeah, sorry, but I really don't know the actual number of how many I have. But right now I have out Right now I have out 18, sorry. I have out 18 right now. But I really don't know like a number as far as a total all around how many warmers I have. But it is a lot because I switch out for like seasons and stuff like that. So I do have a lot of them. Oh God, this is gonna drive me crazy because it's dirty. Maybe I should, okay. Oh, I had a rubber band in there. All right, I'm gonna put these in very carefully and do 5 seconds first, then 5 seconds, turn it over and do 5 seconds again. Her other question is, do you remember your first warmer? I do actually remember my first warmers. So, and I know if people seen these, the warmers, so it's like a cast iron pot and pan. It's a tea light. It looks just like the cast iron pan. I don't use it much. I do still have it. I have both of them. I had the pan and the pot, and the pot was so cute because it came with the lid. Someone got me for that one. I don't know where that one is. It's been missing for quite some time. Someone got me for it, but I do have the pan one. I don't, like I said, I don't use them. I really don't use them, but they're cute. I don't know why I don't use it, because it's cute and I like cute stuff. So I really don't know why I don't use it. Like, I don't know. But yes, I do still have my first set of wax warmers. And then she had also asked, and do you still have them or have it? And I already said, yes, I do. So, but yeah, they're good warmers too. I think they still have them like on Amazon. You can get them. I hope y'all can see. Do I want to cut with this? This is so dirty. It's driving me crazy. So then we have some random questions, and we're gonna get through as much as we can because I know this video is already almost at an hour long. So which vendors that are closed that you miss? So I have a few of them. I'm just gonna throw their names out there in no particular order. So we're gonna say Cottage Bay Scents, Gypsy Monroe. Now I know Gypsy Monroe, the way she left things was messed up, but she was, before she did all what she did, she was a vendor that was one of my top vendors. I am upset that she did what she did. This is still hard. And yeah, we're gonna throw this back in because it's gonna make a crumbly mess, and I'm not gonna like it. I'm not gonna be happy with it. Let's do another 5 and 5. So yeah, Gypsy Monroe, Cottage Bay Scent, Wonderberry, Hayden Rowe. Now I know Hayden Rowe isn't pouring wax. She is like selling her candles at like her local fairs, I believe. I do hope and pray she comes back because I love Hayden Rowe. Satin Susie Scents, Ebony Violet, the Bunnies, excuse me, the Bunny Sisters. Jeez. The Bunny Sisters, Lurid Apothecary. I enjoyed her wax a lot too. Body's Harmony. If you followed me over on Instagram, you know how much I love Body's Harmony, and I was so heartbroken when I found out she was closing. Candles from the Keeping Room, Rockets, and Tiffany Candles. Now I know Tiffany Candles had changed her name to like Scarlet Rain, I think it was. I don't know why she closed. I don't know if she even made a post that she was closing. I know she got like a business partner, and it was like someone that was in the wax community, and always like purchased. I'm just gonna throw this over here because I don't know where all my other mats are. Maybe I could throw it over there. So yeah, she got like a business partner, and that's when they changed the name. But again, I don't know why she closed, and I can't remember seeing a post that she was closing. There could have damn well been a post and I just missed it. I'm just saying I didn't see it. So, but yeah, I did enjoy Tiffany Candles. Their candles, I love the little bags, the little like nuggets of wax. Oh, okay. So yeah, those are some of the vendors that have closed that I miss. The next question we have is, how often do you purchase wax? So again, I don't purchase throughout the summer. And when I am purchasing, I'm really trying hard not to bring my stash back up. So it's hard though, you know, it's hard when so many great vendors are having pre-orders or RTSs, and you know, you just like, nope. You know, it's hard for me, because I'm just like, girl, no, you can't do that. Like, you can't. So I haven't really been going hard on buying wax like I used to. So I can't even say, maybe twice a month, maybe. I think maybe 3 times. I don't know. It just really all depends, like how I'm feeling, who's having a sale at that moment, and you know, I'm just like, all right, the hell with it. I'm just gonna do it. So it just all depends, because sometimes there's vendors that I've been waiting for a minute, you know, for them to have a pre-order or a RTS, and I see that, you know, okay, now's the time, then I jump on it. So it just all depends, because I'm crazy like that. because that's just how it is. And I'm making a big old mess. And this is driving me nuts. Okay, we're just going to leave that for now, because that's just what we're going to do. Yes, I double bag my waxes, so we have that. Do you have FOMO? I used to, really, really bad. I used to have FOMO so bad before, and that's how I ended up the way I ended up, with a shit ton of wax, because I had FOMO something serious. And for those of you who don't know what FOMO is, it's fear of missing out. I was terrible with that. Terrible. Like, I just didn't want to miss anything. I wanted everything and anything. And I know a lot of people go through that as well. But I don't have it no more. Like, I really don't. I'm just like, oh, all right, I missed it, you know. I missed the sale or whatever. Like, if a vendor's having a sale, and by the time I get home from work and I go on to purchase and they closed it, I'm just like, all right, whatevs, you know, I'll catch them the next time around. I'm okay with it now. So I don't have it like that anymore. Do you de-stash waxes you don't like or want? I need a sip of coffee, guys. And my answer to that is no. I think we're going to do one more. We're at an hour and 1 minute. Let me see. Let's see. Do I de-stash waxes that I don't like or don't want? And the answer to that is no. No, no, no. I applaud the people who do have the patience to de-stash, because I don't have the patience. I don't have the time. I don't have the patience. I don't have the energy to de-stash. So if I have something, or I come across something I just don't like, I will either A, send it in a random act of kindness, or give it to a family member. But I'm not doing, I can't, I just can't, I can't do it. But like I said, I applaud the people that do it, and it runs smoothly for them, because your girl been cuss somebody out, it wouldn't work out good. It wouldn't work out great for me. This smells so good. This is from Britta's, and this is in Castile, and this is flannel sheets, Bean Island Fresh, and strawberry. I've had this scent before from her. This is a repurchase. I really, really enjoy this scent for my bathroom. I put this one solely in my bathroom. Let's do 10 and 10, and hopefully it won't melt. Next question. Do you leave your warmers on all the time? I do. The only time I turn my warmers off is if we're going out of town, we're going on vacation. That's the only time I turn my warmers off. But other than that, they stay on 24/7. Yes, I keep them on throughout the night. They just keep going like the Energizer Bunny. They just keep going and going and going. I don't turn them off. Because I hot dump, I just don't like turning them off in the evening. Then when I have to get up in the morning, I have to put them on. No, I don't have time for all that. Wait for it to solidify, and then, I don't have the time. Next question. If you could move, where would you go? I think I probably know this. Those that know me probably already know this answer. And I just cut like butter. Please don't be melted in the middle. No. Great. And I just recently told my husband again, but if I can move, I would definitely go back to Florida. I want to go back to Florida so bad. So bad. And the only thing that holds me back is my grandson. because they're not gonna let me take him. Even though I wish I could, I can't take him. He does have parents. Um, but if they ever came to me and said you could take him wherever you wanted, we'd be gone in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. And I just brought this up to my husband the other day. I was like, can we just go back to Florida? Like, I get into my moods and I just, you know, I'd be like, F everything, everybody, let's just pick up and go. And he got to, you know, pull me back down to reality. And the minute he was just like, what about the baby? And then I was just like, oh yeah, you're right. You know, like, but yeah, I would go back to Florida in a heartbeat. We're going to have to leave this here because I seem to have run out of, whatchamacallit things. Oh my God. My cutting board thingies. I seem to have run out of them. I could probably fit something over there in the other ones. But, all right, next question. Where are we? Next question is, whose opinion do you care most about? I'm going to put a piece of paper towel down on this. That would have to be my brothers. Again, like I stated, I love my brother to dear death. Growing up, he was more, like I said, a father figure to me than my brother. But yeah, his opinion is what matters to me the most. Like, that's just hands down. Just hands down. Next question. What did you do as a teenager that makes you cringe now? Well, I want to chop these up because I want to melt them, but they're so stinking cute that I don't want to cut them, but they're too big for me to put them in the warmer as is. And I'm just like, ugh. So I keep pushing them back and pushing them back because I didn't want to chop into them. I don't know, but I want to melt that because I love blackberry. I want to melt that. And should I just go ahead and do it? Maybe I can just go ahead and do it because I'm doing this video. Maybe I can just do it. But they're so stinking cute. I don't even know how. Look. It's so cute. This is by Salem Soy, by the way. Salem Soy and Blackberry Scone. I just don't know how I'm going to cut into them because look at her. Oh my God, I remember growing up. So my mom used to work. She was like, at her job, she was like the head person or whatever. And her boss at the time, let him rest in peace. I was young. I don't even know how long to put this in the microwave for. I'm afraid. Oh, I have 2 plates together. So her boss was an amazing man, and he was just very, very sweet. So I used to call him my uncle. I don't know. I'll put this in here for 5 seconds. Let's see. I don't want to mess them up. So I used to call him my uncle. And I remember my mother used to take me to work with her all the time. And I remember one time I went into work and he would tell me, okay, sweep the office. Mind you, I was like 7, 8. I was young. And he would tell me, like, sweep the office. And he would give me money or whatever. I didn't know how to sweep at that time. But I used to sweep. And he would give me money. So one time, my mom took me to work with him. Took me to work with her. And I was in his office and we were talking. He was like, what do you want? Like, for Christmas. Christmas is coming up. What do you want? And I had said, a Cabbage Patch. they had just came out, like, and I wanted a Cabbage Patch. And he was like, oh, what is that? Like, he didn't know what it was. I don't know how to cut them. I don't know. It's so sad. Oh. Oh, maybe in half. Can y'all see? Oh, this is so sad. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So, he didn't know what it was. He asked my mother. My mother told him what it was or whatever. And he bought me my very first Cabbage Patch. And I was so excited. They ended up giving it to me before Christmas. Like, my mother came home from work. And I used to go to my sister used to babysit me in her house. So, my mother would pick me up there after work. So my mother came to pick me up or whatever, but she had went home first before she came and picked me up. So I used to ask her every day, like, did Uncle Murray give me my, how do I want to call her? She actually looks like my girl Cabbage Patch that I had. I had a girl and a boy. I don't know. I don't know how to cut you. I guess down the middle as well. Can y'all see that? Sorry. I would ask her, like, did he give my Cabbage Patch yet? Did he give me my Cabbage Patch yet? And she picked me up this day. And when we got home, she was like, go into your bedroom. And I was like, why do I need to go into my room? Like, we just got in the house. And she was like, just go in your room. And when I went into my room, oh, it smells good. My Cabbage Patch was sitting on my bed in the box. And I was like in seventh heaven. I was so excited. My first one was a boy. I was so excited for my Cabbage Patch. Like, you couldn't tell me nothing. And then I got the girl. And my brother, the same brother that I was just talking about, he had a pit bull. And my brother was very mean to me growing up. So he had his dog attack and kill my Cabbage Patches. So his dog, oh God, now I don't remember what was in here. I have this label. What was in here? This was a loaf. Was this? Nope, that one's there. What loaf was this bag in? Now I don't know. Oh my God. Y'all know I label everything. I think that might be to this one. What's this? It might be. So yeah, so he had his dog attack and beat up my Cabbage Patches. And it took me a long time to forgive him after that. He was so mean to me. All right, we're probably going to do one or two more. I don't want this video to be that long. What is your favorite snack? Let's see. Let's do this one. And this one is also by, well, this is by the Melting Co. This is so beautiful. Another one that I was like, oh my God, I don't want to cut into it. But again, I have to stop doing that because that's when I start hoarding stuff. But look at how cute this is. This one's broken, so I got to be careful. Let me take that off now. Okay. And this is in Cassidy. And this is pineapple, vanilla, and pink sugar. She smells so good. I get the pineapple and pink sugar. That's what it looks like on the bottom. She's so cute. Oh, I gotta get another piece of paper towel. My favorite snack, hands down. So I kind of have two of them. So one of them is Flamin' Hot Cheetos. I love, love, love me some Flamin' Hot Cheetos. I don't know. Maybe we're going to do 5 and 5 on this. I love, love, love me some Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Like, I will sit there and just keep eating some Flamin' Hot Cheetos. And I also, and don't judge me, but I also like nacho cheese Doritos with chocolate. Some kind of chocolate bar. Either peanut M&Ms, Snickers, Nestle's Crunch, which I haven't seen a Nestle's Crunch in a minute. My craving with my first son was Doritos and Nestle's Crunch. That was like hands down my my pregnancy craving. And then Intimate chocolate donuts. Like that was my craving for him. But I haven't seen Nestle's Crunch in a minute. Let's hope and pray that this is good and I don't mess her up. So yeah, I love Doritos with either a Snickers. Like I actually had Doritos with M&M peanuts yesterday. That is like my go-to. Those are my two go-to snacks. Oh wait, I never answered. What did you do as a teenager that makes you cringe now? I try to bypass that question. I need a sip of coffee. So, I wasn't too bad of a teenager. At least I don't think I was. Like, I didn't give my mother too much hell. I really hate cutting into these embeds. I will try to pull them off first before cutting into them, because then I will put them in the warmer. You see, my wrists don't let me be great. Okay, I got that one off. I don't think I was that bad of a teenager. I mean, I did teenager things like cut school and, you know, shit like that. But the one thing that I did that makes me cringe now is, so I had a boyfriend, and he lived in a very, very bad section. And I had no business at that age to be roaming his area the way I was roaming his area at my age. Damn, I broke that one. That now I look back at it and I'm like, girl, what the hell was you thinking being out here like that? Like you were grown. But no, we're gonna stick this one in for a little longer because it's still hard. I'm like, what was you thinking being out here at that age, roaming these streets at late at night too? Like, I had no care in the world. Like, you couldn't touch me. And like I said, it's a very, 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 very bad section. That now, like, when I think back at it, I'm like, oh my God, like I really, because my mother used to go looking for me. My mother didn't play. My mother, she didn't know where to look, but she was driving in that bad section looking for her child. And now I'd be like, oh my God, I put my mother through hell just that. Like, you know, I never really like snuck out. Why is this still so hard? I'm gonna put it in a little bit more. I never really like snuck out. I didn't really have a need to sneak out. You know, I had a curfew, and for the most part, I always came home at my curfew. If I was gonna be running a little behind or I wanted a little extra time, I would call my mother and ask her. And if she said no, then it was no. I was bringing my behind back home. But that would be that would be the one thing that I cringe now. And thankfully, my daughter did not come out, like, you know, she was a good girl. So, like, my daughter didn't sneak out. My daughter wasn't roaming the streets. Like, she wasn't hanging out. She was a good girl. My daughter was into the books. You know, she's my little nerd. And to this day, she still is. Like, she never, there would be times when I'd be like, you don't want to go out? Like, because she was always in the house. But I'm thankful now that, you know, she stayed in the house, because my mother swore my daughter was going to give me all the heartache that I gave my mother. I'm just going to leave these like this, these pieces like this. And then when I go to melt it, if I want to break them down, I will. But yeah, my mother, she prayed that my daughter was going to give me all the heartache she said I gave her. She did. Thankfully, my daughter was a good girl. And to this day, still is a good girl. So, but yeah, I just can't believe, looking back now, I'd be like, oh my God, what the hell was I thinking? But it happens. It happens, it happens. All right. We're almost at 1:30, so I'm going to do, I'm going to do one more. If you could own any animal as a pet, what would you choose? I'm going to have to say, and this is since I'm young. I'm going to have to go with a dolphin. I love dolphins. To this day, still love dolphins. And as a kid, I used to ask my father, like, let me see, maybe we can cut into this now. I used to be like, can we please just have a dolphin? I want a dolphin. Like, that's what I want. And he's like, and we just where? Mind you, we lived in the Bronx, New York, okay, in a building. And he used to be like, and just where you think we're going to put this dolphin? And I used to be like, in the bathtub. But I'm going to have to go with dolphins, because I love dolphins. And when we lived in Florida, you can see in some places that you go to, you actually get to see the dolphins swimming and stuff. But I love me dolphins. Anything dolphins, I love. Like, my daughter, oh my God, I'm making a mess. Whenever my daughter goes away or wherever she's somewhere and she happens to see something with a dolphin, she picks it up for me, because she knows my love for dolphins. Now I just made this bag super dirty. And that's going to drive me crazy. But whatever. See, I can't close it, but I'll close it later. All right, we're going to try to chop this one up, and then we're going to be done. Because I still got a lot of stuff to do around my house. Look at this. Look at this. Gosh, so that's what it looks like now. So no more gooey stuff. She smells so delicious. I love this scent. I've loved this scent for a minute. It's just a pretty scent. It comes off as like body care-ish to me. Big hole. But I love it. Let me see. While I'm chopping this up, I can answer another question. Oh, she's still little. A little. What is the worst date you've ever been on? All right, so this it's gonna be a little funny. But I'm gonna tell y'all. So, when I first met my husband, I did not like him. Yes, you heard that right. I was not attracted to him. I did not like him. Also, my husband is 10.5 years older than me. So my sister knew him. Like, he was my sister's friend. And my sister, one time, she came to me and she was like, so there was this bar that was on the corner of where my sister lived. And we never like used to hang out in that bar or anything. We used to go in there because that's when pagers were out. So my sister would go into that bar to page her baby daddy. and he would be able to call back on that payphone or whatever. So she would be like, come on, call me to, you know, the bar to page and blah, blah, blah. And I would just go with her. So I remember my sister telling me, like, somebody like you from the bar. I was like, from the bar? I'm like, there's nothing but old men in that bar. So I was like, girl, you better stop. So we would laugh and joke about it or whatever. And then one day she had asked me to go with her to the bar so she could page her man. So we're going to the bar and I see somebody, we're walking this way, and then someone's walking this way. That someone is my husband now. So, you know, he sees my sister, they give each other a hug and a kiss or whatever, and he says in Spanish to my sister, tell your sister that I'm going to take her out on a date. Now, mind you, growing up, I always understood Spanish, but I never spoke it. Like, my parents mostly spoke English. So me and my one brother, we always just understood it. We never really spoke it, not until we became adults. That's when we started to speak Spanish. So he must have thought that I didn't understand Spanish. So he said it to my sister, like, tell your sister I'm gonna take her out on a date. So I started laughing, and I'm looking behind me like, who he talking about? So my sister's dying. And she's like, he talking about you. That's the one I told you that liked you. I was like, yes, absolutely not. So I was like, girl, you better stop it. Right? So he sees me laughing, and he tell her to stop laughing. I'm for real. I'm like, whatever. So anyway, he started harassing my sister. He would go to my sister's house every day looking for me. And if I wasn't there, he would have my sister call me. So my sister would call me, and she'd be like, girl, he's at my house looking for you. Like, and I'd be like, why is he looking for me? Like, tell him to leave me the hell alone. So long story short, he kept calling me or whatever, and he'd be like, come down here or whatever. I'll pay your taxi, blah, 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 right? So all my friends were like, well, not all my friends, because I keep my circle very, very close. I have one good friend, let her rest in peace. She was like, girl, he's driving me crazy. He's driving me crazy. He's always, asking me for you, blah, 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 blah. Just go on one date with him. Just one date so he can leave us all the hell alone. So at first I was like, nope, nope, nope. So then finally I was just like, all right, fine. My sister was like, girl, just one date. Just one date. Like, that's it. So I was like, all right, fine. So I agreed to this date. So I agreed to the date. And I get in the car. I'm pissed. I get in the car. And I'm not talking to him or anything. He's like trying to ask me, like, what do you want to do? Do you want to go eat? And I would just shrug my shoulders and be like, I don't know. Do you want to go dance? I don't know. You want to go drink? I don't know. Like, I just kept shrugging my shoulders and saying, I don't know. I was just like, I want this to be over and done with so he can leave me the hell alone. So all of a sudden I see him pulling up this, like, it was like a hill, and at the top of that hill was a hotel. Okay. So we pull up, and I look at him and I said, oh, hell no. So I'm like, get me the fuck out of your car. So I opened up the car door, and he was like, no, wait. I'll take you home. I'm like, take me the fuck home right now. So he's telling me, like, I kept asking you what you wanted to do. He said, so I thought that you just wanted to do, I thought this is what you wanted to do. So I'm like, no, you got the wrong one, right? So I'm like, take me home. So he takes me to my sister's house. I get out the car. She's out in front, right? So I get out the car. I slam his car door. I'm stomping up the steps. And I was like, girl, never again. Like, I was so pissed. And she's like, well, what's wrong? What's wrong? So I hear him telling her, like, what happened. And he was like, oh, she kept saying she didn't know. So I thought maybe she just wanted to go into a hotel. And she was like, oh, no, you done effed up. And she was like, my sister's not one of them type of girls. Like, you done effed it up. Like, for real. So after that, like, he kept coming around my sisters. He kept looking for me or whatever. And finally I was just like, all right, we can redo this date. And we went on another date, a real date. And I was more into, okay, let's do this. Yeah, we can do that. But yeah, that is, that was the worst date I had ever been on, which is funny because now, so many years later, we're married with children, have a family, and we're still together. But that was my worst date story. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna leave it at this because we're already at 1 hour and 30 minutes. So, but that is it, and that is all. Thank you so much for rocking out with me. I hope you guys enjoyed this coffee chop and chat. Again, if anyone feels like they need to speak to someone, please feel free to hit me down below and we could privately chat, or you could find me over on my Instagram and you can, DM me, PM me, whatever they call it over there, and we could chat privately. So again, thank you so much for rocking out with me. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week, and I will talk to you guys later. Ciao.